He might have left the trenches of Chicago behind, but he's still not the kind of dude you want to play with. And today, we breaking down everyone who made the mistake of crossing them and got aired out on record. Back in 2016, Keef wasn't rocking with the new wave of rappers taking over the industry. The SoundCloud era was starting to pop off, and Keef hit the stage to air him out. He started screaming about all these ass blonde hair, blue hair, orange hair dudes in the industry.
2017, all these ass blonde hair, PK, orange hair. Okay.
It's kind of funny how he's talking trash about SoundCloud rappers, but then he collabed with Uzi, which was a SoundCloud rapper. Just saying, it's kind of funny how people trash on them.
Hey, they can finish shaking their ass though. They can finish shaking booties. All that ass shit is ended 2017.
He ain't drop any names during the rant, but a lot of people thought he was talking about Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty. Both of them were new to the game at the time and was known for their colorful hair and crazy style, so that's why there was rumors that Keef was throwing shade at them. A few months before Keef went on the rant, Lil Uzi told Sway in the Morning that he listens to a lot of Sosa and said he was a big influence on him. Yachty showed love to Keef on Twitter a couple years later and said he's been looking up to him since high school. Keef responded and told him, "Thanks, Bo," and it seems like rap fans were wrong about any beef going down between them. Around the same time Keef called out blonde, blue, and orange hair rappers, J. Cole dropped the track Everybody Dies and raps, "I hate these rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rappers. Lil whatever, just another short bus rapper. Fake drug dealers turn tour bus rappers. Napoleon Complex, you this tall rappers. Get exposed standing in 6'4" rappers." Yachty thought Cole was either talking about him or Uzi, but he said he wasn't pressed about it and he still fucks with Cole even though he don't listen to his music. It seems like Cole and Sosa both like Yachty though, and back in 2021 they showed him love on Twitter when he dropped the track Shiesty. Keef has even dropped a couple tracks with Uzi, and a year after the rumors was going around about him beefing with Yachty, the two of them were seen in the studio together. Sosa never actually had issues with Lil Uzi and Yachty, but everyone was shocked when he started beefing with one of the biggest rappers in the world right after his career started popping. 6ix9ine's had problems with a lot of rappers in the industry, but his beef with Chief Keef almost turned deadly. It all started in 2018 when 6ix9ine's friend Cuban Doll was dating Keef's cousin Tato. Cuban posted some pics of herself all beat up, showing how Tato abused her, and apparently the reason he put hands on her was for FaceTiming 6ix9ine. After the pics came out, 6ix9ine and Tato started screaming at each other on FaceTime, and Tato told him, Then 6ix9ine posted a video hanging out with Cuban Doll and a bunch of goons and called Keef and his homie Lil Reese out by name.
What y'all did 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and living y'all raps, y'all don't do. I know that personally. What y'all gonna give me 48 hours? Yo, wait 2 months. Yo, this gonna die? Where? Where I'ma die? Chief Keef, Lil Reese, all of them. This Treyway.
That's when Tato and Sosa linked up with Trippie Redd for the track Got Kill People and took the beef to another level. Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine was cool back in the day, but ended up falling out with each other. And on the track, he raps, "From the trenches where it's real lethal, tote real regals, big body, what's your bill, boy, lil boy. Need to find his chill, boy. Phone them tweaking, we gon' show his ass for real, boy." Then Tato aired him out with the line, "Catching the lacking, it's a hobby, man. Pop him in the noggin, leave him sloppy, man. Hit your block, we gon' swerve shit. In the trap, I'm posted with the birds. I don't rap beef, what's the words? Sneak dissing, let me hurt him." Keef didn't drop 6ix9ine name in his verse, but everyone knew he was sending shots when he raps. "Just get down, you hear that boom. In the back of the back, and this got room. Magazine got colored shells, half green, half blue. Smoking on that cup, someone bring me a pot. All these diamonds, I don't get hot. Young really from them blocks. Hey, here we come, if you ready or not. I'm on probation, but I took blocks." Sosa was in New York when the track dropped, and right after it came out, someone pulled up on him outside his hotel and let off a shot. Luckily, the shooter missed, and Keef ain't get taken out, but that's when everyone realized how real the situation was. 6ix9ine denied having anything to do with the shooting, but then a couple weeks later, he pulled up to O Block and called him out again. Lil Reese tried to hunt him down while he was in the city, but Keef told him 6ix9ine was with the police and they wasn't gonna catch him. The beef cooled off for a while after 6ix9ine got hit with a RICO case, but Sosa ain't never gonna squash it, especially after 6ix9ine admitted in court that he paid one of his homies to take Keef out when he was in New York. After 6ix9ine flipped on his crew and testified against him, Keef dropped the track Overhead and raps. Said he was sliding, but what? But he snitching. Can't take the heat and stay out of what? Out the kitchen. Snitch ass little boy, how you send a hit and tell on the one you sent, boy. I'm in good health.
That is funny. How you gonna put a hit on somebody in GTA and then snitch on them? That's crazy.
Looking like a fucking lick, boy. You should get a bunny chain, cause your ass a trick, boy. Back when Keef was blowing up off of I Don't Like in 2012, a lot of fans wanted him to link up with Lil Wayne in the studio. Wayne was one of the biggest rappers in the world back then, and getting on a track with him would have been a huge win for Sosa. But then a video came out where Keef allegedly said, that wasn't the only issue with Keef and Wayne that year. His Glow Gang crew allegedly sparked a fight with Wayne's YMC and B team at a club in Miami, and Sosa's cousin Tato tweeted, "Just f the club up, hashtag YMC and BK." Then Tato's homie Big Born hopped on Twitter and said that Tato put hands on the president of YMC and B, Mac Main, right in front of Birdman, and Tato called him a and an op. Mac Main clapped back and said, "The pebbles the peasants throw don't reach the throne." It looked like some real beef was cooking up between Sosa and Wayne. But then Keef hopped on Twitter and said he wanted to be like Wayne his whole life. He wanted to be like Wayne so much that he started drinking lean, and eventually he got so addicted that he completely stopped writing raps for a couple years. After Sosa started shouting Wayne out on social media, he claimed that World Star got them started off on the wrong foot with the fake-ass video of Keef allegedly calling Wayne. When Bobby Shmurda blew up off the track Hot, a lot of people compared him to Chief Keef in the Chicago drill sound. But when Shmurda and his homie Rowdy Rebel went on Hot 97, Rowdy said they don't care about any of that, and Shmurda called cap on it and just said, "People gon' talk." That's when Sosa dropped the track Beetlejuice and allegedly took a shot at Shmurda with the line, "I still come and rob you for your kilo. You know you ain't catch nobody about a week ago." Rap fans instantly tied it to Shmurda's line on Hot when
That's like a Bobby Shmurda diss. I'm just saying.
He rapped, "Mitch caught a body about a week ago with us and then we tweaking her." Keef hopped on Twitter and said it wasn't actually about Shmurda, but then the beef got real and Shmurda started sending death threats. He posted on Facebook with a bunch of guns and said, "Glow Gang, I know y'all don't want none of this shit on GS9. He called Keef out by name and kept on posting more guns, and fans were worried that somebody's about to get killed over the situation. Then the news broke that it was actually a fake account, and Shmurda wasn't actually sending shots at Sosa or anyone else in his Glow Gang crew. Chief's beef with Shmurda was all cap, but he almost got into a deadly situation after he sparked a beef with the entire state. Back in 2014, a fight broke out at a Sosa concert in New Jersey, and someone tried to snatch his chain. Keef aired out the situation on the track Faneto and rapped, "On the ground, on the floor. Someone pick him up, take him to the morgue. I'm riding through New York, finna go and shoot New Jersey up. Trying to take
That's where that came from. I was so confused. I was like, why ain't I beef with New Jersey for?
my chain, I ain't going. We gonna come and blow New Jersey up. You want something? Hurry up. But try to rob, bitch, we 30'd up." This in the whole state like that was crazy. And some Grave Street Crips from New Jersey posted a video and said Keef was banned from the state.
"We got an issue for you, Chief."
I got an issue for you. You disrespect my block. All headshots. I ain't playing with you. South over Sosa. Shoot on sight.
Jersey don't love you. You get no money in my state. You get no money in my state.
Yeah, I love Jersey though. Jersey got some hard rappers. I love Jersey though.
You, Chief?
A rapper named Shotgun Suge told Vlad TV that Keef was definitely gonna have issues if he came back to Jersey after he dropped the track.
Well, you already know Chief Keef is not welcome in New Jersey anymore.
Then a famous Jersey battle rapper named Sue Surf went on the radio and co-signed Suge, banning him from the state. Then a New Jersey crew called Banger Boys dropped the track Come Back to New Jersey and rapped, "Blowing up New Jersey, you gon' need more than a 30. Put a 30 to his chest, call him Stephen Curry. I had a whole GBE up in the cemetery. Half of them fronting at you when you conversating. We ain't with the talking, can save that conversation. He come to New Jersey as a homicide investigation, cause Chief Keef and GBE don't want no confrontation." The Jersey dudes was all pressed over the track, especially after it became one of Keef's biggest hits. He even remixed the track with a full orchestra back in 2018, and it's clear he was never really worried about getting pressed by some Jersey goons. Keef never got checked by anyone in New Jersey, but this next situation has already been deadly for someone from his block and could get even worse. NBA Youngboy's been a fan of Sosa since he was a kid, and on the track They Ain't With Me, he raps, "Ain't nobody wanna help me, all I wanted was some wealth. I had to go get it myself. I ain't never had a role model, watched Chief Keef growing up." Chief Keef and NBA Youngboy linked up in the studio back in 2019 for the track Fireman, but then Youngboy started beefing with King Von and everything changed. Von swung on Youngboy's homie Quando Rondo when they ran into each other in Atlanta, and that's when Quando's friend Lil Tim upped the strap and killed him. After Von died, Youngboy started putting pressure on O-Block and Lil Durk. Keef came up repping O-Block but hasn't stayed in Chicago for years. Back in 2022, Youngboy dropped the track Bring the Hook and raps, "This that Squid Game. O-Block pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get folded up. Get your hoes up. These throwing up green flags. Throwing that NBA up for me, set you up to bust your ass." Taking shots at one of the deadliest blocks in the world was wild. But on the same track, Youngboy made it clear he was still rocking with Keef when he rapped. Like Chief Sosa say, better get your ass up out of here, Juana man.
Imagine this in a whole old block up and you shouting out Chief Keef. How does that work? Rappers these days, man. How does that work?
Text him through the night and through the day, that'd be my man. The situation's complicated because Youngboy's going to war with a lot of dudes Keef is cool with, and a lot of fans think Keef threw a shot at him after the track came out. A snippet from an unreleased Sosa and Youngboy track ended up leaking online, and Keef hopped on social media to say the track was from 2018 and he ain't even like it. He said, "I'm sure little folks don't like it either," and some people thought he was throwing shade at Youngboy over it. Youngboy never responded, and it seems like he's cool with Sosa even though he's beefing with Dirk. Their crews never ran into each other or had any issues, but this next situation proved Keef was ready for smoke with anyone in the rap game. In 2013, Amigos weren't superstars yet, but they started making all kinds of headlines when they sparked a beef with Sosa. It all allegedly started when they dropped the track Broken Knees and Offset rapped, "You ain't got no money in your pocket, don't talk to me. No comprende, I talk Benji. Whipping the Anna Nicole and Lindsay. No off days, everyday payday. My diamonds looking like KK. You broken asking for favors. Young I got 40 acres. Sosa was allegedly tripping and thought the Migos was throwing subs because his daughter's name was KK. So he hopped on Twitter and said they was sneak dissing. That's when the Migos dropped the track Jealousy and took more shots at Keef. Takeoff rap. They're jealous and they envy me because I'm really who they want to be. I ain't never did a sneak diss. Call my hitman quick to put you on the hit list. Then Offset aired Sosa out with the line, "Fuck nigga, you saying we dissing? Mistletoe chopper, that bullets come kissing. Don't enter Atlanta without no permission. Leave him stankin' like chitlins." Keef clapped back at him on the track Pull Up and raps, "I just heard the ops is pulling up. We ready to fire them f***s up. We been in a lot of bullet wars and we done bought a lot of bullets for them." Then the beef got real after the Migos and some Flow Gang affiliates got into a fight in DC and Quavo got his chain snatched. At first it was just a rumor, but then Sosa posted a pic with the chain and proved Flow Gang handled business. After that, the Migos knew they wasn't gonna win against Sosa, so they squashed the beef and everything been cool ever since.
Brody got his chase, that's it is. I don't want no beef, man. I don't want no beef, no boy.
Chief Keef has had a lot of industry beef, but a lot of his rap drama started in the trenches of Chicago. Sosa reps the Black Disciples, and in a lot of his early tracks, he took shots at their main ops in the city, the Gangsta Disciples. Keef is part of a BD set called 300, and they got major beef with a GD clique called Tuka Gang. Tuka Gang is named after Tuka, who was a GD that allegedly got chipped at a bus stop.
I thought it was Tuka Bill. I never heard of it being that one, but I guess.
By some BDs, and his death sparked a brutal war in Chirac. Keef took shots at him on the track 300 and rapped, "A lot of kush, a lot of guns. You see us, you better run. Bullets hot like the sun. She like Sosa, I'm a big fan. Leaning like a kickstand. I'm high, I'm smoking ganja. Katuka Gang, I'm 300. Lil J's a GD who used to be cool with FBG Duck in the STLEBT set, and he clapped back at Sosa on the track Critical and raps, "This is not a sneak diss, bitch, I'ma say your name. Chief Keef, you a poop stain. You a peon, you a lame. Talking about Tuka Gang, that's the wrong decision. And for Tutu, we trigger happy. We shoot with good precision. And how the f you achieve? You ain't putting in work, bitch." Then he dropped the track Take You Out Your Glory and rapped, "Dissing me, that's suicide. Call Lil B, let the Luger ride. I'm in these streets, I never hide. We do walk-ups, no drive-by. Fuck O-Block, fuck OD, fuck Front Street, they the police." Sosa ain't even clapped back on record. He just clowned Lil J over it on Twitter. He kept dissing Tuka in his songs though, like the track Off the Tuka when he raps, "Pull up on you, smoking on some Tuka Pat. My shooter's gon' shoot. Fuck where your shooters at." Then he took more shots at Lil J on the track Nemo and raps, find Nemo. I tell my find Chemo and find Nemo. When we see ya, Tarantino. Pistols be Tarantino. Who I trust? Me, Al Pacino. Come through clapping out of Vino. Keef had a lot of label issues back in the day, and Interscope ended up dropping them from their deal in 2014. Lil J clowned him over the situation on the track Bars of Cloud 2 and said, "So sit down, put on your glasses. I swear, man, this shit can get creepy. Your main she a thought, she a EE. I met her out west at a Fifi. Disrespect them GD, you can get dropped like Chief Keef." Lil J wasn't the only GD Keef was dissing back in the day though. Lil Jojo was a GD affiliated with a set called Brick Squad, who started rapping after Lil Durk dropped the track L's Anthem and said, "Brick Squad, I say fuck 'em. We'll go roll with 'em, so fuck 'em. I'm in these streets, no ducking." Dissing the set your gang is beefing with is one thing, but Lil Jojo took it to another level and called out every Black disciple in the city when he dropped the track BDK and raps, "These claim 300, but
Hey, I I ain't gonna say what the song title is, but the song was tough though. I ain't gonna lie. The song is tough though. I got love for both sides, but the song was tough.
We BDK, BDK, yeah, we BDK. We stacking, so you know we cracking trades. Then he aired out 300 again on I Got That Sack with the line, man, these niggas they be talking, they know they ain't about that life. A lot of guns, hella shells, I'll end your life. Claim 300, you get whacked, that ain't where it's at. JoJo was putting a lot of pressure on the BDs on the music side, and it put a huge target on his back. He was still in the streets too, and after he flexed on the ops and dropped his location on Twitter, someone pulled up on him and shot him to death just a couple hours later. After it went down, Sosa went on Twitter and clowned JoJo's death. Lil Reese told DJ Vlad that after JoJo dropped BDK, it changed everything in Chicago. Before that, it was just different sets beefing with each other, but JoJo helped turn the streets into a war zone and tragically didn't make it out alive. Beefing with ops in the street is one thing, but nobody expected Keef to spark some drama with a superstar in the pop game. Back in 2013, Sosa's track I Hate Being Sober was popping off on the radio. One singer who wasn't rocking with the track though was Katy Perry. She hopped on Twitter and said after she heard it playing, she had serious doubts for the world. Keef was only 17 at the time and wasn't gonna take disrespect from anyone, so he clapped back and said Perry could suck skin off his dick and that he smacked the shit out of her. Then social media went crazy after he announced he was about to drop a diss track against her. Katy Perry obviously didn't want no smoke with a dude like Keef, and the next day she apologized and said she didn't even know it was his track.
I'm sleep. She apologized after he said that I'm sleep.
She said she actually liked the video for Don't Like and that she's a lover and not a hater. So Keef calmed down and said he was sorry too. When Keef first started blowing up in 2012, dissing him was an easy way to get a little buzz on your name. At the time, he was rocking with a DC rapper named Fat Trail who had beef with another artist in the city named Shy Glizzy, and that's how Sosa got wrapped up in the situation. Keef and Glizzy took a couple shots at each other on social media, then Glizzy dropped the track 3 Million raps. Chief Keef don't wanna be him. This made me tweet him. I can't wait to see him. You keep it 300, I keep this shit 3 M's. You sound like you 40 and you only 17 years old. Yeah, I got a 40.
I said Chief Keef only 17 years old. That's not like he's 40. I ain't gonna lie. That's facts with him. He look old though. I ain't gonna lie. He look old.
I'm only 19 and balling like I'm D Rose. And Sosa got himself in this, so now Sosa owe me. Talking about a soft ass DC. Bet you won't come and do no shows in DC. I'm the streets hottest youngin' and it's about to get chilly. Good 300, I'm 3 milli. Keef clapped back with the track Cashin' Out and called Glizzy's crew Pissy Gang, then raps, this wanna get whacked? Man, I can't believe him. Choppers beat him, when they see us, then we leave them. And shit ain't been the same since we start spazzing out. Now we who all these be asking about. My block known for fucking up a happy house. They're smiling cause they see money, what you happy about? Glizzy tried to ban Keef from DC, but he's the one who ended up getting blocked from Sosa's show with Fat Trail by the promoter. It ain't clear exactly what happened next, but one of Glizzy's homies hopped on Twitter and said that Glizzy's people let off shots at Glow Gang and nobody busted back. And Glizzy's another Shy Glizzy affiliate, and he claims he the reason Keef can never come back to DC.
I swear to God, Chief Keef never came back to Washington, D.C. I'm probably the reason. I'm the reason Chief Keef.
I think they banned from the U.S. Capitol. I think that's the U.S. Capitol. I think they banned from there. I didn't even know they were on civilians in D.C. I thought it was a shit up white people's state. I guess.
Never came back to Washington, D.C. on my mother.
Sosa didn't even feel like he needed to respond to Ant, but back in 2012, he showed everyone he's ready for whatever if you disrespect him. Lupe Fiasco is another rapper from Chicago, but he's damn near the opposite of Keef. Back in the day, he didn't even want to get into the rap game because he wasn't rocking with all the violent lyrics. When Keef started popping off and put drill music on the map, Lupe went on the radio and said the culture Sosa represented scared him. He said he didn't have anything against Keef and wanted him to win, but he hated the culture that made an environment where violence was something to brag about. Lupe was showing love to Keef, but Sosa clapped back on Twitter after the interview dropped and said, Lupe Fiasco. And when I see him, I'ma smack him like the little he is. Hashtag 300. Lupe responded and said, born in the hood, lived there, died there. I can't go for that, Chief Keef, and I can't let the people I love, including you, my nigga, go for that either. Lupe ain't the only Chicago rapper Keef had issues with, and rap fans never expected his next situation to pop off like it did. Sosa and Lil Durk both came up in Chicago repping the BDs and had a lot of the same homies, but that ain't stop him from sparking a wild beef that ended up with Keef's crib getting robbed and his friend getting shot. It all started back when Durk got booked on a gun case and couldn't pay the 10K bond to get out. Keef was already popping off in the rap game, but decided to let Durk sit in jail instead of putting up the cash for his bond. And while Durk was locked up,
That was an L-Man's right there. That was an L-Man's. I don't know why he did that. That was an L-Man's.
Sosa allegedly took a shot at Dirk and his OTF crew when he tweeted OTG, hashtag only the glow. When Dirk finally got out of jail, he referenced Sosa's first day out freestyle and tweeted, I'm back, yeah I'm back, did you miss me or you ain't care? I'm free. Nobody knew what was going on behind the scenes, but then Dirk aired Keef out on Twitter and said he was banned from the hood. Sosa clapped back by flexing a new 4-wheeler he bought for $10K, which was exactly how much Dirk needed for bond when he was locked up. The situation was heating up, but nobody expected what was coming next. In 2014, Boss Top and some other OTF dudes broke into Keef's crib and ended up shooting one of his homies. Sosa aired him out over it on Twitter, then Dirk and THF Zoo clowned him by showing off a chain they snatched from Keef's homie GBE Capo. The situation looked like Dirk and Sosa would never stop beefing. But then Dirk told the Breakfast Club,
it was just a lot of BS going on before, like a lot of threats. So we was like, all right, man, we gotta FaceTime this one. You know what I'm saying, but we squashed it, wasn't nothing though.
That's a long time to talk, 3 hours.
I was saying we just squashed it. You know what I'm saying, we from the same hood, so we was talking about different things too, but that's bro, so yeah, it's on.
And when they linked back up in the studio for the track Decline, the beef was officially over, and fans didn't have to worry about one of them getting hurt or killed over the situation.